Hello, how are you? I wish you are fine. Okay, so in today's video I'm gonna to talk about reported speech. Okay, let's start by one question. Do you know how to repeat do you know how to report what somebody else said? For example, if you were with your friend and your friend tell you something, and when you come back to your home, your mother asks you what your friend told you. So at that time you start report what your friend tell you. So you tell to your mom what your friend tell you. That's what we mean by a report. Okay, so we report what somebody else tell you to another person. Okay, so do you know how to report? If you don't know how to report, so this video is helpful. Is helpful, or it's for you. Okay, reported speech is when we tell someone what another person said. To do this, we can use direct speech or indirect speech. Okay, so what we mean by reported speech? So reported speech is when we tell someone what another person said. For example, you were with your friend and you talk to him, and when you return, you want to tell what your friend tell you to other friend, or your father, or I don't know what your friend tell you. So you tell him what your friend tell you. That's what we mean by a reported speech. You retell, okay, or you tell again to other person what your friend tell you. So, and we have two ways to do this. We can use direct speech or indirect speech. So in a reported speech we have two methods, or we have two ways. We have direct speech or indirect speech. Okay, so let's see here example of direct speech and indirect speech. Okay, so direct speech: I work in a bank, said Daniel. So here, I work in a bank, we have what Daniel said, and we put it between quotations marks. Okay, between two quotations marks. Okay, what Daniel said, and this is direct speech. Okay, so in indirect speech, and here in direct speech, we don't change nothing. Okay, we change nothing. I work in a bank, said Daniel. So we take this sentence and we put it without change anything. But in indirect speech, Daniel said that he worked in a bank. So here we have changed it in when in a pronoun. Here we have I, and here we have he, and in tense here we have present, and here we have past. Okay, in a bank. Okay, so in indirect speech we change in a sentence, and in direct speech we have not changed. Okay, in indirect speech we often use a tense which is further back. Okay, in the past. Okay, in the past. Remember, in indirect speech the tense is in the past. Okay, Walked, for example, walked. Okay, here I walk like this, walks. Okay, then the tense originally used, example walk. So the originally tense is I walk, but when we wanted to report it in indirect speech, we used walked. Okay, like this, walked. This is called back shift. Okay, back shift. Okay, back shift. We also may need to change other words that were used, for example pronouns. So here also pronouns, we change the word order. Okay, Daniel said that he worked in a bank. Here we start I worked in a bank side Daniel. Okay, now let's dive in report speech. Okay, let's study this example situation. Okay, here we have Tom, and he what Tom say? I'm feeling sick. Okay, so here Tom said I'm feeling sick. So let's report what Tom said. Okay. Okay. You want to tell someone else what Tom said. Okay, so if you want to tell someone else what Tom said, there are two ways of doing this. Okay, as we said, there is two ways or two methods. Okay, we have direct speech and indirect speech. Okay, you can repeat Tom's words. So Tom's words is I'm feeling sick. So we repeat Tom's words without any changing. Okay, repeat Tom's words. You can repeat Tom's words means direct speech. Example, Tom said, Tom said, comma, I'm feeling sick. Full stop. Okay, so punctuation is very important. Okay, so we put Tom said, the person who belong these words. Okay, so Tom said, comma, quotation marks. Okay, then I'm feeling sick. Okay, two quotation marks and I'm feeling sick and full stop. Or you can use a reported speech. Okay, two ways: direct speech or reported speech. Tom said that he was feeling sick. We say Tom said that he was feeling sick. So here we have change in tenses and in pronouns. Okay, so let's compare the two sentences. Okay, let's compare the two sentences. We have direct and we have reported or indirect. So Tom said, I'm feeling sick. Okay, so here it is direct speech. Okay, because we only repeat what Tom said. I'm feeling sick as this. I'm feeling sick, and we put two quotation marks. Okay, and if we wanted to report it, we say Tom said that. So here we never have that between parentheses. It is optional. So Tom said that he was feeling sick, or Tom said he was feeling sick. Two possibility. And here you can compare. Here we have I, it comes he, and we have it comes was. So here pronouns change from I to he, and from present verb to be was in present, and now it is in the past. Okay, so let's see how we can forming the reported speech, okay, or structure of reported speech. Okay, so when we use reported speech, we are usually talking about the past. Yes, when we report what somebody else said, we are talking about the past. Why? Because he already said something, and we wanted to report what that person said to other person. Okay, so here I am or is, it's become was, are become were. So here it is present become past. I am, was, are, were. Have, it's become had. Well, it's become would. Can, could. Do, become did. Want, becomes wanted. And now becomes new. Okay, this is just example, because we have lots of verbs for worked, stopped, lots of work. Okay, girl went. So we showed master what's irregular verb and regular verb, how to change from present to past. Okay, fine. So now let's study these examples. Okay, and I see if you can report what this person said or not. Let's see. Study this example. You met Tom. Here are some things he said to you. Okay, so for example, you were outside and you met your friend, which names is Tom, and he tell you something. Okay, for example, he tell you, I'm going away. Oh my god, wait, okay, where is, okay, so here, so you met, for example, Tom is your friend, and you met him in a cafe or somewhere else, and you start talking. So Tom said to you, what he tell you, or he told you, I'm going away for a few days. I call you when I get back. Okay, and he also say, Anne has bought a new car. He has lots of information. He say also, I want to go on vacation, but I don't know where to go. And he say also, my parents are very well. He say also, I can't come to the party on Friday. And he said, I'm going to quit my job. Oh my god, he is going to quit her job. Okay, so Tom told you all this information, and now you return back to your mom or your father, and you wanted to tell what Tom say to you. Okay, so what are you going to say? Okay, think I give you some minutes to think about. Okay, think about how can you report this information. I'm going away for a few days. I call you when I get back and has bought a new car. Okay, so how can you report this information to other person? Okay, how can you retell, or how can you tell this information to other person? So for example, me, how can you tell me this, what Tom tell you? Okay, can you tell me what Tom told you? Okay, so I'm waiting. Okay. Okay, so now, okay, let's see how can you tell me this information. Okay, now you tell someone else what Tom said in reported speech. Okay, so means in reported speech, indirect way, not direct way, but indirect way. Why? Because as we said, we have two ways to say what other person to you. We have direct way and we have indirect way. So here we have means in reported speech means indirect. Okay. Okay, let's see. So here Tom, we start by Tom. Okay, this person, yeah. Tom said. So that it is optional. Okay, so you can put that and you can delete that. It is optional. Tom said that. Okay, where is his okay, my parents are very well. Okay, what we say, we often put the present in the past. Okay, and here we change in the pronoun also. Okay, so here Tom said that his parents. Okay, so it becomes his. Okay, because we are talking about him. His parents, okay, work, yeah, not work, because we have a plural. So here it become work. Very well, very well. Okay, so changes happen in the pronoun and in verbs, tenses of verbs, not verbs, but in the tense of verbs. So Tom said that his parents work very well. Okay, it's clear. Okay, I'm going to quit my job. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to quit my job. How can you report this sentence? Okay, so tell me what Tom told you, or what Tom told you. I'm going to quit my job. Okay, so you see, Tom said that. What? Okay, so I'm here. I'm become he. Okay, he was. I am or was. Okay, I it's become he and I am verb to be was. Okay, going to quit his job. Okay, he was going to quit his job. I am going to quit his job. He said that he was going to quit his job. So here it's become his. Okay, new car and new. Okay, and so okay, he told you also and has bought a new car. Okay, so how can you report this sentence? Okay, starts often by Tom. So Tom said that what? And so has bought his, which it is present perfect. Yes, present perfect. It should be in the past perfect. Okay, so the past of has is had and his bought. Okay, still as it is, had bought. Okay, so had bought what? A new car. So here what we are. Okay, so Tim said that Anne had bought a new car. Okay, let's see this. I can't come to the party on Friday. Oh, what Tom said to you? Okay, so he said, so often starts by the names of this person. Okay, so Tom said that what? He become I become he. He. What's the past of can? Or what the past of can't? It's couldn't. Okay, he couldn't come. Why we don't change come? Because after modals verb we can now the verb still in infinitive. Okay, he couldn't come to the party on Friday. Okay, like this. Tom said that he couldn't come to the party on Friday. Okay, vacation. Okay, so let's see here. I want to go on vacation, but I don't know where to go. Okay, my God. So here he asks, he wanna to go on vacation, but he don't know where to go. Okay, so let's report this sentence. Okay, so what we start by Tom. Okay, so Tom said that it is optional. Okay, so I it become he. So Tom said that he wants, it becomes past, wanted. Okay, he wanted what? To go, not to go, because here it is infinitive, it's no changes, on vacation, but I don't know where to go, but he didn't. Okay, so it becomes he, don't, it becomes didn't, past. He didn't know where to go. Here we have no change because we didn't, yeah, we already the negative. Okay, I didn't know where to go. Okay, here it is. Tom said that he wanted to go on vacation, but he didn't know where to go. Okay, the last one is the here. I'm going away. No, yeah, here, yeah, it is. I'm going away for a few days. I call you when I get back. Okay, so I am going. So what? So often we start by Tom. Okay, so Tom said what? He was going. Okay, I am. Okay, I am was. Okay, he was going away for a few days. I will, it become would. Okay, I would call you. Okay, when he, I become he, because we are talking about him. When he, so here we have get, it become got. The past of get is got back. Okay, fine. I wish it's clear. Okay, let's see now. A simple past or past perfect. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes if we report some sentence in the past, we can put it, we can put the sentence, the verb or the tense of the verb in the past or in the past or in the past perfect. It is optional. We have two options. It can remain in the simple past or it can change to past perfect. Okay, let's see. The simple past, I did or anything. The simple past, for example, here we have I did. Okay, can usually say the same in reported speech, or you can change it to the past perfect. I had done. So here I did, I walked, I went, I was, I. So in here it is only example. Don't take this as only for did, but for all verbs in past. Okay, so change it to the past perfect. I had done, did. So here did can be, can say did or had done. Okay, whenever you wanted to report a sentence in past, it can say at past or past perfect. So if you don't know how to change it in the past perfect, remain it in the past as it is. Okay, so let's see here. Dialects. Tom said, I woke up feeling sick and so I stayed in bed. So this is dialect. So direct, yeah, it is direct now, not indirect. Here it is direct, and this direct I want to report it. Okay, so Tom said on top we have two quotations. I woke up feeling sick, and so I stayed in the bed or in my bed. Yes. So here we have I woke up. Woke up is in the past, and here we have stayed also in the past. Okay, so if we wanted to report it, what Tom said, what we say? Report. Okay, so Tom said that. Okay, so that it is optional. It becomes he, and woke, we can say woke or had woken. Okay, it's both possible. If you don't know how to change from past to past perfect, you can let it as it. Okay, woke. Okay, he woke or had woken up feeling sick, and so he. So here we have I, it's changed to he stayed. Okay, so we can say it, okay, as in the past, or had stayed. Okay, so we have two options or two possibilities, stayed or had stayed in. But so whenever we are talking in the past, we have two possibilities. The verb can stay in the past or can change to the past perfect. Okay, oh my god. So now we have exercise. Okay, so yesterday you ran into a friend of yours, Helen, and Helen told you a lot of things. Here are some of the things she said to you. So, for example, you met Helen yesterday and she told you a lot of things, and now you wanted to tell what Helen told to you. So how can you report these things or lots of things? Okay, so I give you some minutes to think about this. Okay, so let's do it together. Okay, so here the first. Okay, so remember, if we have the present, we put it in the past, and if we have the past, we can stay in the past or we can put it in the past perfect. That is, and the pronoun I becomes he. Okay, so here we have I'm thinking of going to leave. Okay, okay, I'm thinking. Okay, the first one. I'm thinking of going to live in France. So here we have Helen. Helen said that it is optional. Helen said that she was, so I am become was, thinking of going to live in France. Okay, so here we have I am, it's become oh my god, I am, it's become was. Okay, and she. Okay, so then see the second. My father is in the hospital. So what we say? Helen said that what? My, it's become her. Her father is, we put is in the past, was in the hospital. So Helen said that her father was in the hospital. Okay, Sue and Jim are getting married next month. Okay, so Helen said that Jim and Sue and Jim were getting married next month. Okay, I haven't seen Pearl for a while. So Helen said that she hadn't seen Bill for a while. So here haven't, it's becomes hadn't. Okay, I've been playing tennis a lot lately. So here Helen said that she had been playing tennis a lot. Barbara has had a baby. So here Helen said that Barbara had a baby. I don't know what Fred is going. Okay, so Helen said that she didn't know what Fred was doing. So he didn't, and he was. I hardly ever go out this day. So Helen said that she hardly ever, so go, the past of go is went. I hardly ever went out these days. I work 14 hours a day. Oh my god. So Helen said that she worked, so he ed, she worked 14 hours a day. I will tell Jim I tell you. So here we have past, and it can be past perfect or past. Okay, so Helen said that she would, will become would, she would tell Jim she saw him. Okay, or Helen said that she would tell Jim she had seen him. Okay, you can come and stay with me if you are even in Toronto. Okay, so Helen said that she Helen said that he called come and stay, or stay, it becomes stayed with her if he were ever in Toronto. Okay, Tom had an accident last week, but he wasn't injured. So Helen said that John had, so here it is past, it can be still in the past or in past perfect. Okay, had. Okay, we can put had an accident last week, or Tom had, Helen said that Tom had an accident last week, but he wasn't injured or hadn't been injured. Okay, if we wanted to put it in the past perfect, we put hadn't been injured. I saw Jack at a party a few months ago and he seemed fine. So we can say Helen say that she saw Jack at a party a few months ago and he seemed fine. Okay, so we can put, for example, I saw, it can be he or she had seen, okay, and he had he had seen. Okay, we can change it in the past perfect, or we can still at it is. Okay, so let's see now. Yeah, here sometimes we don't need to change the tense of the verb. Okay, let's see here. It is not always necessary to change the verb when you it is not always necessary to change the verb when you use reported speech. Okay, if you are reporting something and you feel that it is, oh my god, okay, sorry, oh wait, that okay, it is not always necessary to change the verb when you use a reported speech. If you are reporting something and you feel that it is still true, so you do not need to change the tense of the verb. So sometimes even if we report, means that even if we report indirect speech, we don't need to change the verb. Okay, if it is still true. Okay, if it's still true. Okay, let's see here example. Okay, here we have direct. So Tom said New York is bigger than London. Okay, so we all know that New York is bigger than London, and yeah, it is. Yeah, New York is bigger than London. It's true. So here it is true. So if we wanted to report that, so Tom said that New York is or was bigger than London. Okay, so here it is possible because it is still bigger. Okay, so Tom said that New York is, we can say Tom said that New York is bigger than London, or Tom said that New York was bigger than London. So here we have two possibility. Okay, it's because it is true and it is still longer than. Let's see other example. Anne said, I want to go to Turkey next year. Okay, so we can report it. Anne said that she wants to go to Turkey next year, or Anne said that. Anne said is still in the past. Okay, Anne said. Okay, Anne said. Okay, so Anne said that she wants to go to Turkey, or Anne said or Anne said that she wanted to go to Turkey next year. So we have two possibilities. We can still in the past and say Anne said that she wants to go to Turkey next year because it still wants. Okay, so not change anything. So if you tell her, okay, go now, she will, oh yes, I go now, because it's true. Okay. So it is also correct to change the verb into the past, but you must use a past tense when there is a difference between what was said and what it is real true. So if the change, or if we want to report a sentence and that sentence still true in the past and now, so we don't need to change the verb. But if we want to report a sentence and that sentence change from past into now, so there is a change, so we should change the tense. Okay, so let's see here. It is also correct to change the verb into the past, but you must use a past tense when there is difference. So if it is when there is a difference between what was said and what it is real true, so when it is difference. Okay, let's study this example situation. Okay, you can read this situation. You meet Anne. She said, Jim is sick. Direct speech. Okay, so when you meet Anne said, oh, Jim is sick. Later that day, you see Jim playing tennis and looking fine. So now he is not sick any longer and looking fine. You say, I'm surprised to see you playing tennis, Jim. Anne said that you were sick, not that you are sick. Yeah, because now he is not sick, he is fine. So we cannot see that you are sick because he isn't sick. Yeah. So here in this situation, we should put it in the past. Okay, and say that you were sick, so we cannot use you are sick because he is no longer sick, he is fine. Okay, let's see the models. Must, might, could, would, should, and ought to stay the same in report speech. Yes, must. In the models, we don't change models. For example, must, might, not all models, only must, because can exchange to could. Okay, so must, might, could, would, should, and ought stay the same in report speech. May in direct speech normally change to the might in report, and may and can change to. So may exchange to might, can change to could, but might, must, might, could, would, should, are to it's still as it is, not change. Okay, fine. So now let's talk about when you can say, or when we can use say, talk, and tell. So there is different usage in report speech for these three verbs. Sometimes we cannot say, but we can use talk, and sometimes we cannot use tell, but we should use say, and sometimes we should use talk instead of say or tell. So let's see when we can use these three verbs: say, talk, and tell. Okay. Okay, so if you say who you are talking to, you said. So first things, when we can use tell. Okay, so when we can use tell. Okay, we can use tell if we wanted to say with whom are we talking. Okay, who you are talking to. So if you say who you are talking to, for example, I tell you. So if we have objects, okay, direct, I tell you, okay. If we have indirect objects, if we have objects, we use say, okay, tell, okay. If we have if you say who you are talking to, for example, I tell you, I tell him, I told her, so we have the person to whom we are telling. So if you say who you are talking to, use tell, okay. Remember this: who you are talking to, use tell, okay. For example, tell, we have tell plus someone, then you continue the words, okay. So tell plus someone, remember, tell plus someone, we use tell. If we have tell plus someone, I tell you, I tell him, I told her, so here we have tell plus someone. Okay, let's see example. Tom told me, okay. So here who you are talking, I'm talking to me, he's talking to me, okay. So Tom told me that he didn't like Brian, okay. Not Tom said me, no. So here we cannot use said, okay. We cannot use said here in this case. Why? Because we have me, and with me we put tell instead of said, okay. So tell plus someone, otherwise use say, okay. So here we can use say. Tom, other way, say, okay. Tom said that he didn't like Brian. Okay, so here, okay, so here we cannot, okay, so here Tom, okay, so okay, we tell that tell plus someone, but here Tom said plus he, or it's report to him, okay. When we use said, when it's the said plus he, okay. So here it's a report to Tom. At that time we use said, but tell, no, tell plus someone else. Here said plus that person, it's the same person. Tom said he, okay. So he refer to Tom. He refer to Tom. In this case we use said, but tell, for tell here, me don't refer to Tom, but it refer to other person, okay. Okay, so Tom said that Tom said that he didn't like me, not Tom told that, okay. Also, you can't say Tom told, okay. We can't say okay. Okay, so okay. Also, you can't say Tom told about. So when we don't use told plus preposition. So told plus someone else, not you, but someone else. So we cannot see told plus preposition, no. So also you can't say Tom told about his trip to Mexico, no, you can't. You have to say Tom told us, or me, or them, yes, as we say, so tell or told, yes, because tell is the past, told is the past of tell, okay. So told is the same, told is the past of tell, and tell plus someone else. Okay, so Tom told me or told us or told you, okay, about his trip. Okay, Mexico. If you don't say who he told, you have to say, okay, if we don't know with whom Tom talking, or okay, so we use about, talk. Okay, so about, okay, talk or spoke. Okay, so Tom talked or spoke about something. So here proposition, or if we don't know the person with whom someone talk, we use talked or spoke. If, for example, if Tom speak about something, some event, or okay, so here we have talk or spoke plus something. Okay, plus preposition plus something. Okay, about, for example, if you wanted to ask about what are you talking, okay, about what are you speaking, okay, I talked about or I speak about, okay, but you cannot say I tell about. No, it is impossible. And you cannot I say about. No. Okay. So to summarize, we use tell plus someone else, tell plus someone else, said plus the same person. Okay, say plus the same person. Tom said he, or Tom said that he. Okay, so he referred to the Tom is the same person. And we use spoke or talked when we don't know about whom the person are talking. Okay, but if we focus only the subject or the things that he talked about. Okay, in this case we use talked or spoke. Okay, so now let's see when we use the infinitive in reported speech. Okay, usage the infinitive in reported speech. Okay. We also use the infinitive to do, to stay, to go, to sleep, to move, to return, to okay in reported speech, especially with tell and ask, for order and request. Okay, so we have for order and request. Okay, for order and request, you use tell, okay, with infinitive for order and request. If you order someone to do something, or if you demand, of if you request someone to do something for you. Okay, if you want someone to do something for you, or if you order someone else to do something for you, so it's in this case you can use tell plus infinitive with to do. Okay, so for request and order. Okay, direct. Stay in bed for a few days, the doctor said to me. Okay, so here we have, so direct here. Okay, we have two quotation marks. Okay, so stay in bed for a few days, commas the doctor who said, the doctor said to me. Okay, so here it is order, and we can use tell or ask plus infinitive. Okay, so if we wanted to report this, you see the doctor, okay, told me. Here we don't use say to me, so we want instead of say, it's changed to told. Okay, told me to stay in bed for a few days. Okay, the doctor told me to stay in bed for, okay, don't chat, I say to Jim. Okay, I say to Jim. Okay, I told here in reported, so here it is order. Okay, I say to Jim, it is order, and we change his said by told to. Okay, so I told Jim not to shout. Okay, so, and remember, often we use told plus someone. Okay, so told me, because we cannot say me, the doctor say me. No, that's why we change. The doctor told me, not say me. Okay, to say. Okay, that's why we change here, say to tell or talk. Okay, so the doctor told me to say, don't shout, I say to children. So reported, I told what? Jim. I told Jim not to shout. Here it is request. Please don't tell anyone what happened and say to me. So here it is request, and we use ask. So for order we use tell or told, and for request we use ask. So Anne ask me, so ask also ask plus someone else. Okay, Anne asked me, so Anne asked me not to tell anyone what had happened. Okay, or what happened. It's two possible because it is here and we have past, so we have two possibilities. Okay, so here, can you open, it is request. Okay, can you open the door for me, so Tom. Okay, and so here Anna asked me, or not asked me, but it asked Tom, not me. Okay, Anne asked Tom what? To open the door for her. So remember, we can use infinitive to for request and order, and especially with tell and ask. Okay, so here said is also possible with the infinitive, but okay, it is in, but we cannot put here someone else. Okay, no, directly we use the words. Okay, so the doctor said to stay, so not said me, no, so the doctor said to stay in bed for a few days, but not said me, so it is because here it is impossible. Okay, so the doctor said to stay, to stay in bed for a few days. Okay, if we wanna already with whom the doctor spoke, okay, or with whom the doctor speak, so the doctor said, yeah, if you want to, the doctor said to stay in bed for a few days, not tell me or said me. No, we can say tell the doctor tell me, or to stay in bed for a few days. Okay, let's here we have an exercise. Okay, let's see this exercise. Complete this sentence with said. Okay, so here you should complete this sentence with said, told, or taught. Okay, so what can you put here? say told or talked. Okay, so think I give you some minutes to think about it, and we can then we can correct together. Okay, so let's complete these sentences with say, told, or I talked. Example: Tom said that he didn't like brain. So remember, here Tom said that he didn't like brain. So here we have he. It's refer to Tom. That what that why we use it. Okay. Jack, me, that he was enjoying his new job. Okay, so here what we should put. Okay, remember that we have me, so we know with whom he are talking on. Okay, so we already till that we can use what, tell or told. Why? Because told plus someone else. So Jack told me that he was enjoying his new job. Amy, it was a nice restaurant, but I didn't like it very much. So what's Amy said? Okay, so here Amy said that it was a nice restaurant, but I didn't like it very much. Here it's can not necessary to refer to Amy, but refer in a store or other things. Okay. So here we have said Amy said that it was said something. Okay. The doctor that I would have to rest for at least a week. Okay. So here we have I, and when we use I, we can I. It's referred to the no, the other. Okay, told. Okay, what can we report here? Okay. Okay, so here. Okay. the doctor, here we should use said. Okay, so the doctor said that I would have to rest for a week, not tell that I, okay, now told, okay. Mr. Tyler's, okay, so here we have us, okay. She wouldn't be able to come to next meeting, okay. So Mr. Tyler, what here we should use told, okay, told us to someone else, told us she wouldn't be able to come to next meeting. So here we have Tom, okay, Tom that she was going away. So here we have said, now tell Tom that, now so here and said that, now here we have Tom, okay, so to other person, okay, so tells tell to other person. So here we have Anne told Tom, okay, so Anne told Tom that she was going away, okay. So here you can notice that told it came before that, okay. So told us that, but said before that, okay. So told it's oh my god, and oh my god, okay, so okay, so here what I wanted to say, that he told to someone, it's come before that, okay, like this. Tom is before that, but he it's after that, okay. So here we have after that, and here we have told it's before that. Tom is before that, and here we have he is before after that, okay. So we in this sentence we use said, and so he is after that, and here we use told, and Tom is before that. Okay, so here George couldn't help me. Okay, so here we have infinitive. What we should use here, we have infinitive. Okay, so here we George couldn't help me. He said to ask Jack. He said to ask Jack. Why? Because we cannot put told, because if we want to put told, we should have someone here. Okay, so he asked to. He said to ask Jack. Okay, so here at the meeting, the doctor, so here we have proposition. The doctor talked or spoke about the problem facing the company. Here Jill, here we have us, okay, all about her trip to Japan. So Jill what tell us or told us all about her job to her trip to Japan. Okay, so now let's see how we can use questions in a report speech. That is the last thing, is questions in a report speech. So in reported speeches, in reported questions, okay, reported questions, okay. So how can we report questions? Okay. So here in reported questions, the verb usually change to the past, where, closed, or anything. So for example, here we have where. So in reported questions, the verbs usually change to the past. For example, where, went, was, closed, moved, walked. Okay, so the verb changed to the past. Okay, so here we have the direct. The police officer said to us, "Where are you going?" Okay, so here it is direct. If we wanted to report this, okay, so the police officer asked us where we were going. So here we were going here. Okay, so the verb changed to the past, where, and here we, because we are talking about ourselves. So the police officer asked us. So he said, asked us, to someone, to us. Okay, so the police officer asked us where. So where, it is still here, where we were going. So okay, so when we report, so where we were going, not are we going. Okay, so here we don't change the subject verb. We put subject verb, not object, not verb and subject, but subject verb. Okay, at a sentence, as informative sentence. Okay, subject plus verb, and here in direct we put as it is, because it is a question, and as it is not change. Where are you going? Okay, here direct. Tom said, "What time do the banks close?" So here it is a question. What time do the banks close? So here in this question should change to sentence or subject. Subject than verb. So the banks closed. Okay, the banks are closed. Okay, so Tom wants to know what time the banks close. Okay, so in the reported question we return from the form of questions to the form in informative. Okay, for example, what time do the banks close? To the bank close. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so now we have an exercise. Here are some questions you were asked as a job interview. Okay, so let's see. Are you presently employed? For example, if you had an interview, you were asking lots of questions, and when you return back, someone asks you the questions of an interview, so you will tell them, or so you will report what they ask. Okay, so here, for example, are you the interview employed? Okay, asked you some questions. For example, are you presently employed? What do you do in your spare times? How long have you been working in your present job? Can you type? Why did you apply for this job? Do you have a driver's license? Okay, so all these questions, you should put it in a reported sentence. Okay, in the reported. So remember, here it is a form direct. It is form of questions. So we put it as a sentence. Subject plus verb. Okay, subject plus verb. Now you tell a friend in a reported speech what the interviewer asked you. Okay, what the interviewer asked you. Okay, so thanks. I give you some minutes to think about this. She asked me. Okay, so let's see the answers. Okay, so here, okay, so are you presently employed? Okay, so for are you presently employed? So we can see she asked me, it is okay, she asked me if I was presently employed. So here we have are first we put it in the simple sentence. Are you presently employed? I am presently employed. Okay, so I am presently employed. Put it in the past. I was presently employed. Okay, so she asked me if I was presently employed. So as it is very simple. Here, okay. Okay, so here, do you have a driver license? So here she wanted to know if so here, do you have a driver's license? Or put it in the simple, I have a driver's license. And if you put it in the past, I was have a driver's license. Okay, I had, not was, sorry, I had, because half, the past of half is had. Okay, so she asked whether or, okay, if she asked if or whether I had a drive license. Okay, here can you type? For example, I can put it in, I can type. Okay, put it in the past, I could type. So she asked me, or she asked me if I could type. So okay, or she wanted to know whether or if. Okay, she wanted to know whether or if I could type. She wanted, okay, so okay, how long have you been working in your present job? Okay, how long? Okay, here, how long? Okay, so here we have you been. It changed to the past. It's become had you been working in your present job. So she wanted to know, or how long I had been working in working in my present job. Okay, she wanted to know how long I had been working in my present job. Okay, so what do you do in your spare time? Okay, so here, what do you do in your spare? I do in my spare time. Okay, so what I okay, she asked me what I did in my spare time. So here I do change to did. Okay, from simple present to past. And applied for a job. Okay, so here, why did you apply for the job? So she wanted to know why. Here I applied for, so the simple sentence is I applied for the job. I applied for the job. So here okay, why did you apply for? So here it is a past, so it can be still in the past, or it can change in the past perfect. Okay, so she asked me why I had applied for the job, or why I applied. So here we have two, because the sentence is in the past, so we have two possibilities. Put it in the past perfect or in the simple past. Okay, she asked me why I had applied. Okay, she asked me if I was presently employed. She asked me whether or if I had driven. She wanted to know, or if I could type. She wanted to know. Okay, so so what you can remember, or to summarize, you should know that when we want to report, we change the verb from past to from present to past, and sometimes if the situation is still true, we cannot change the verb from present to past. And also you should master when we can use tell, told, tell or told, tell, say, or and talk or spoke. Okay, and okay, what else? And how to ask a question in a report, or how to report questions. Okay, so that is all, and thank you for watching. And please, if do you like my video, please to subscribe to my channel in order to help me, because I need 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so bye for now, and I see you in next video. Okay, bye, and thank you for watching.